Hey guys, today's video is going to be a reveal slash first impression slash comparison on the newest Urban Decay Naked line edition, and that is the Naked 3 palette. Urban Decay has obviously done it again, and they have come out with a new addition to their Naked line, and that is the Naked 3 palette. And I know it was only like last year that they came out with the Naked 2, but I guess it's time for the Naked 3 palette. And actually, this was only supposed to be a rumor 2 months ago. Someone had released a picture of something that looked like a Naked 2 palette, but instead it had a 3 on it and it was like wrinkly, and people were like, oh, it's fake, it was Photoshop. A month later, Urban Decay actually said, yeah, we are actually going to come out with a Naked 3 palette. And honestly, I was not excited at all, because the press photos that were released and also just how it was going to look like, it was very similar to the Naked 2 palette, so I didn't care much for it until, you know, days went by and more photos were released, and I was like, that is actually pretty interesting, because it was meant to be a rose tone palette, and I am all about rose toned eyeshadows because I just think they look better on my eyelids for some reason, maybe because I blush pink normally. So I love eyeshadows like MAC's Expensive Pink, all that glitters. And from the Naked 1 palette, my most used colors are Sin and Toasted, which are both on the pinky purple side. So I was very excited once I found out that it is meant to be on the rosier side. So when I knew it was going to be released, I had to jump on it. I bought 2 just to make sure, and I'm happy I did, because now it's sold out and I don't think it's coming out until like December, like mid-December. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm just glad I have them. And here is the box that it comes in. I haven't opened the actual palette yet, but here is how it looks like. I nearly missed the mailman because I didn't hear him, but I was able to seriously run to him, and I was like, excuse me, do you have a package for me? And he was like, oh yeah, I was knocking and no one was answering. And I was like, oh no, I'm here. And so I got my little package. And if you got it from Urban Decay, which of course the only way you can get it right now, it comes in this little purple Urban Decay tissue paper, and then inside is the palette. So here are the palettes. Like I said, I got 2 of them because I knew they will sold out. They will sell out. And I'm not sure, but I might be doing a giveaway. It's either this other palette is going to go to a friend or my mom for Christmas, which I doubt right now, or it could be one of yours. So I'm not sure, but stay tuned. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because I might be doing a giveaway on the Naked 3 palette sometime soon. So I'm not sure about that yet. I'll keep it there so it's perfect. So before I get started on the video about the Naked 3 palette, I want to tell you guys that I will have a full blog post on this guy, comparing it especially to the Naked 1 and Naked 2 palettes, because I can't really do that on this video. It's quite hard, and it'll just be a confusing video, and it'll be everywhere and will not make sense if I'm talking and showing at the same time. And also, I will have an explanation later on about the Naked 2 palette, why it is quite impossible to swatch this while I'm doing the video. So definitely go check out that blog post after you watch this video, because it will be more of a clear definition and clear pictures of how they look like, how they compare, and if it's worth buying, and it will have a lot of the other info that I can't really do while talking, and this video will be super long if I try to do that all in this video. And I'm gonna save myself some time by just doing a full-on blog post of these palettes. So link is down below, but don't leave yet because this video is just starting. So let's just go ahead and get started on this baby. So here is the packaging, and usually the Naked 1 and the Naked 2 palette came in the transparent packaging when you purchase it, but this one is simply a normal brown cardboard type of packaging, same with the Naked Basics. and it just looks like this. And the back, unfortunately, you probably can't see because this thing is blinding you, the soft box, the lighting I'm using. But it's supposed to come with all of these colors, and then a brush, and then inside there are samples of these primer potions. So let's just go ahead and open this guy. And it's like the same as the Naked 2, but it's like wrinkly. I don't know why. It looks like it was kind of just like run over by something, but it's like a wrinkly tin. So it's like an indented tin. And then the back is the same with a lot of like logistics right there. And before we get into that, let's just see the little thing that it comes with, as it says. Oh, you get the eyeshadow primer potion, the little samples of them, week's worth. And it comes with, so they look like this. It comes with the original, it comes with Sin, it comes with Eden, and then a new one, I think, an anti-aging one. I have all the other three, but I've never heard of the anti-aging one. So you just get that as a little sample, and they're a week's worth. So here is the palette once again. I got used to using my newest camera. I'm using my old camera right now because it's more high def when I like edit it. So I'm not used to it. I keep going like this, but this one actually does have autofocus. And that's the reason why I used it, because it has autofocus. So here is the Naked 3 palette. Let me go ahead and open this. And it comes with the huge mirror, like the Naked 2. And here are the eyeshadows. And it comes with a brush, like it said on the box. And this brush, I actually thought it was gonna be exactly like the brush the Naked 2 palette came with, but this one's actually a flat shader brush, and then this one is another shader brush, but it's a little bit fluffier and a lot wider. So you get two shader brushes, so that's nice. And let me get close so you guys can see the colors right there. So you can probably already tell they are neutral rose toned eyeshadows. You get some mattes. You get 1, 2, I think that's matte, 3, and 4. I believe you get 4 mattes. And those matte colors are Strange, Limit, Nooner, and Dark Side. So I'm going to get started with those. So Strange is definitely a matte highlight. It's like very beige. It's very similar to, I think it's Foxy, but it's more on the beigey kind of pink side. This is just my first impression. I might realize that I'm wrong later on when I actually swatch them. That's why it's very important for you guys to see that blog post. And then Limit is literally like the Naked color from the Naked 1 palette, except it's definitely obvious to have a rosy tone. So it's like a very light pink with a brown undertone. Nooner is seriously a deeper version of Limit. Nooner is like a pinky chocolate brown. So it's a chocolate pink brown. And then Dark Side is, trying to see it clearly here, it's almost like a purpley dark color. Like a really, really dark brown with purple undertones. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Okay, so let's get started on the ones that are not matte. So those would be Dust, Burnout, Buzz, Trick, Liar, Factory, Mugshot, and Black Heart. Let's start with Dust. Dust is almost like a true pink. It's like a sheeny pink. It's definitely like an actual pink. Burnt Out is like a pinky yellow. It's like a pinky yellow. Like a peachy pink sheeny color. Buzz is like a magenta purplish pink. Trick is orangey pink, I think. This would probably be the closest to a rose gold color from what I'm seeing. Liar is a deeper pinkish purple. Factory is a brownish pinky purple, almost like with an undertone of gray. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is by first impression. Mugshot is more on, it almost looks like an actual brown, but I feel like it has like a rosier deep brown to it. And then Black Heart is, I think, the only one with shimmers. I think all of them do not have shimmers except for Black Heart, because this one I can definitely see glitters. If you can see that. It is a, it's like an actual black color, but then it was like mixed with hot pink glitters. So that's that. So those are the colors by first impression, and I cannot say it enough. This is seriously by first impression. I could be wrong once I swatch these. That's why it's important to look at the blog post. So right now I am pretty much not at all scared for purchasing this, because I can tell that it is pretty different from the two other Naked palettes. It's definitely different from the Naked 2, which was the first reason why I was afraid of purchasing it, was because it looked quite similar. But these are all obviously rose and pinky tones, so it's definitely a palette that you would purchase if you don't have those colors yet. So if you have Naked 1 and Naked 2, do not be afraid to purchase this, because by first impression I do think that they are not similar with each other at all. So let's go ahead and do a little comparison. So I own the trifecta, like they said, like trying to advertise this. So I have Naked 1, Naked 2, and now Naked 3. Let's get started with the Naked palette. Let me get rid of that brush. Here is the Naked 1, and here is the Naked 3. And it is pretty obvious that there's not much similarity. I think the only thing you could probably say are very alike are Sin, Toasted, and maybe Hustle. Because Sin, Toasted, and Hustle are the only ones on the Naked 1 palette that are more on the rosier tone. And that's the reason why they are my most used colors, because I really do love rosy tones. So you can say that you are safe. If you have the Naked 1 palette, you can definitely purchase Naked 3 and you would not have any similar colors. Okay, now let's get to Naked 2. The packaging, almost similar, except Naked 2 does not have the indentation, and this is in the color like grayish brown, which definitely mimics the colors inside, while the Naked 3 is like a rosier kind of brown color, which definitely mimics the colors inside. So this is why I'm doing a blog post, because my Naked 2 palette has been used and very, very loved. And the reason why is because when I bought this for myself, I decided that I didn't need it, so I gave it to my mom. And obviously, she loves the color Foxy, Booty Call, Chopper, and I think that's Snake Bite. Yeah, Snake Bite. So that's the only reason why I can't really swatch them here right now, because they would not even translate. So let me go ahead and just try to do this, even though this is almost gone. Let me get rid of the brushes. I'm so afraid that I'm gonna drop the new one. Okay, there you go. So there are the colors right there. And I think by just looking at it, none of these are very similar, because the Naked 2 palette is very obvious to have more of a grayer undertone. The one that will probably be kind of similar would just be the highlight, but that's just a highlight color. Highlight colors are usually almost the same exact color. This one right here might be similar a little bit to this one, but not so much. I don't think so. So I think you can't really see right now. You might be able to see it once I've swatched it on the blog post, but these colors I don't think really look alike either. So as you can see right now by the remnants of the Naked 2 palette, comparing it to the Naked 3, if you have the Naked 2 palette, I don't think it'll hurt too much if you have the Naked 3 palette as well, so you're safe. So by just first impression and comparison of the Naked 1, Naked 2, and the newest Naked 3 palette, I can say that it is very safe to purchase Naked 3 if you have either Naked 1 or Naked 2 or even both of them, because they do not have a lot of similarities at all. This is definitely a rose gold palette, and for the rose gold lovers out there, which are many of them, this is your palette and this is definitely my palette. I am already loving this, but like I said, this is just by first impression. I don't know how I'm going to feel once I have actually swatch these and put them side by side, so that blog post will be really helpful if you go ahead and check it out. So what I'm going to do in that blog post is have Naked 1 on top, Naked 2 at the bottom, and Naked 3 swatched, and also just taking other high definition photos just to make sure you guys see an actual, like, how they look like in person, as if you're actually looking at them. So hopefully that was helpful, and hopefully that blog post will also be helpful. If you are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, because I might be 85% right now will be giving away one of these babies, the new Naked 3 palette, to one of my subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed, so you will be one of the people to find out first if I am doing a giveaway on the Naked 3 palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day and a great shopping day if you are doing your holiday shoppings right now. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye!